on this day 100 years ago ended one of the biggest wars the world has ever seen, the Great War, the war to end all wars, or as we know it, World War I. We can look back and see what the aftermath of World War I looks like, but in 1914 no one knew how would it end. So, as this is a special video, I decided to ask you a simple question. What if World War I never happened? World War I in our universe started with the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand in Sarajevo, next in line for the throne of Austria-Hungary. In this scenario, he is still alive. He wanted to create the United States of Greater Austria, in which every nation such as Czechs, Slovaks, Italians, Croats, Romanians, Poles, and so on had their own self-governing state. That way, they can still stay a part of Austria, but with some kind of autonomy. Next up, German Empire, or Germany. Germany lost the most in World War I, which led to the rise of Nazism and eventually World War II. So if World War I never happened, Germany would still be left united and strong. The Russian Empire was also dissolved at the end of World War I. With the rise of communism, the old Romanov dynasty was dissolved. Even without World War I, Russia would still erupt into civil war. This time, communism wouldn't have a chance because Russia had an alliance with Britain and France, which would help the Tsar Nicholas II win the war, and thus the communism never came to be. Turkey, or then Ottoman Empire, would still exist, but as well as Austria, they need to find a way to keep their empire together. USA would also suffer from no World War I scenario, because Britain and France were buying guns and materials from US, but without war, US would be in ruins. Revolutions would still be a thing. Britain and France would lose much of their territories and eventually empires, but many more people would lose their life. So without World War I, the world that we know today wouldn't exist. Technology wouldn't expand as much as it is today. Of course, a lot of people, 40 million to be exact, wouldn't lose their life, so that's a plus. So, was the World War I something that needed to happen? No. Well, yes, because it gave a sense of freedom and democracy. Without it, the world would fall into darkness. We should respect our past, and for the people that died in World War I, there is just one thing I want to tell you. Thank you for making the world a better place.